Always a pleasure to welcome in former QMJHL head coach Jon Goyens to the program. And Jon, it was interesting. 11 months ago, I guess, we had a segment talking about the New York Rangers, who at the time were the top team in the NHL. And you kind of put your hand up and said, like, whoa, let's not crown them the champs just yet. It was very interesting to go look back on. And one of the areas we really zeroed in on was the neutral zone for them, not killing the rush. This year, they've gone away from the 1-3-1, but they're still bottom in the league for rush chances against. So what's continuing to not work with this Rangers system?
Details. I mean, again, I talked in January 8th was the first segment. February 26th was the second segment. And even in the second segment, where there was an uptick in certain elements of their play, still not killing the rush was still an issue for them. When you're not killing the rush and you're not forcing teams to relinquish the puck possession, you're not getting back to pucks. You're not maybe getting first on pucks on breakouts and puck recoveries. And guess what? They're near the bottom of the league at forcing teams to dump the puck in. And then they're near the bottom of the league, or actually at the bottom of the league, recovering dump-ins against them. So it's this whole racetrack of space. You could land a Boeing through the neutral zone, through the transition zone, and they've just got their opponents have all kinds of time and space to either create with possession or regain possession. So as we fire up the clips, and actually it's just mind-boggling. It comes down to details. And actually, Pat, let's put up the stats first. The first stat board comparing where they are this year to last year, right? Like it's close, but it's off. It really is off. There's certain numbers at 5-on-5 that are just struggling. So as we go fire up the clips, the transition itself is a huge issue. And today's segment is really going to focus on two major areas of defensive play. First being through the transition. Look at the gap, right? Like they just watch Seattle just skate right through. They go through the trapezoid area. I came up with that kind of term, that trap goals. And then watch this. What are you defending with your butt on the wall? Look how the hoping and poking. Boom, it's in the back of the net. Like you can't defend the wall and hope and poke in this league. Quick up beats three players. Watch these two guys change. So instead of a 3-on-5 rush, it's a 3-on-3. Tomasino gets it. They win that game. Here, over forechecking by one, but you're still in a good position. Should not be a problem. Kako, you can't defend a pass not moving your feet. So they're near the bottom of the league in odd man rushes against, and we can see why. Watch here, Miller. Get back. No getting back. Hey, let's stand on the wall. Boom, 2-on-1. Like it's nonsensical, the lack of urgency with the puck and what happens after they lose possession. They lose possession. Two guys go for a skate behind the net. Two guys go for a skate outside dots. And now you went from a 2-on-2 rush to an odd man rush once again. Look at this. Miller pinching on who? I don't know. Breakout pass through the middle. And under, what is it, like 5.5 seconds, boom, it's in the back of the net from 200 feet away. They are not interrupting anybody's path. They are not disrupting any possession. And then when in doubt, they go out of their way to forecheck into areas they should not be doing that. Like they fade at outside dots, and they're giving away so many odd man rushes.
So when you take a look at that and we can see that the rush defense is certainly an issue here, it's not really that much better in the defensive zone for the Rangers, who really have that reliance on Igor Shesterkin, hence why he gets $92 million. What are some of the areas when you look at their defensive zone game that opponents have exploited them, Jon?
Well, you look at, so if teams don't score off the rush, right? They're creating off the rush. They're getting attempts. They're getting tons of chances. If they're not scoring off the rush, well, then what's next? You got to recover the puck. Well, guess what? They're not recovering the puck. So the offensive team is recovering the puck. Then the offensive team does what? They create more offensive zone possession against the Rangers. And again, I'll go back to that term, trap goals, right? I know it was kind of a silly thing I did during COVID about 3 years ago, and we've talked about it on these episodes. I did an article about it, but every time this puck goes through the trapezoid, they get spun around like nobody's business. And then lastly, and it'll be the first few clips, it's big, strong guys not chipping pucks out. and guys hoping that the puck gets out. So these are their numbers in the last 14 games. They've played 28. These are the last 14. These are not very good numbers. PK has still been very good. They're number 2 in the league overall, but these are not very good numbers. And you'll see why, because they're allowing teams to just get all kinds of time and space. They turn over pucks, hoping it gets out, so they create an on-man situation, and then pucks that travel through the trapezoid give them a ton of trouble. And we'll see a lot of those mismatches and lack of communication and details in the clips coming up right here. So we're going to see this against Canadians. Kreider, boom, 2 Boston College guys. That's got to get out. Watch these 3 guys. Where are we going? Like, it's nonsensical. That would have been a 2-on-4. Here, Cooley. I like the way Cooley plays. Doesn't get out. No problem. I'm actually okay with Panarin there. But look at Miller and look at Hedl. Go for a skate. All of a sudden, it's an odd-man situation. You're giving it away. They are lucky to win that game. They were giving it away. Play the depth of the zone. You can't go east-west there. There's no space. No problem. Right? 1 turnover, no problem. 2nd turnover. 2 turnovers in the same sequence equal big trouble. And then look at the confusion. It came out of the trapezoid to the corner. Who's got who? 5 guys in the pick. It should be good. Trapezoid. Do we see any physicality here? No. A lot of hoping and poking. Lindgren loses his guy. Puck goes through the trapezoid again. 5 guys in a pick. Schneider should have his guy. You cannot defend without good sticks and not moving your feet. Watch. Another turnover. It is Zibanejad again. This was against St. Louis. 5 guys in the pick. No way Kyrou should get this pass. Again, who's got who? And this is an area. I've talked about it with NHL coaches, AHL coaches. It doesn't matter. That trapezoid area, that is an easy drill that you can hammer into your practices where you just have the puck travel through skating, chipping, loose puck, or carries into the trapezoid, and then it ignites defensive zone coverage situations. They've got to work on that ASAP.
So we learned a couple things. We knew the trap term for a while, but now we've got a new Jon Goyens phrase. It's hoping and poking. Explains me all through college. Way to go, John.
Come on, Frank. Also, yeah, someone said in the
Isn't
chat,
that married life?
hoping and poking is the exact term I've been searching for to describe this team. So the YouTube chat loving it. Let me throw you our poll question quickly before we let you go. Obviously, we know changes need to be made in the way they are playing, but roster construction-wise, our question was, if you could add one thing to this Rangers team, would it be a scoring forward or a good defenseman? Which one do you think they need more?
I think the forwards, I think they've got the forwards. I think some of the guys just need to start playing some big boy hockey and hold themselves accountable. They need a D-man. That a lot of people need D, but you get Trouba out, love him, hate him, doesn't matter. You need a defenseman in that core to solidify it because you got a lot of youth. When your veteran statesman is Fox and then everybody else is basically born in the 2000s, you need some veteran presence there to settle those things down.
Hoping, poking, and the need for a big. I'll stop my sentence right there. Jon Goyens, fantastic analysis. As always, we'll chat with you again next week.
Have a good one.
What's up, hockey fans? If you enjoyed that video, then you need to be hitting the subscribe button right here at Daily Faceoff. Exclusive interviews and analysis from our hockey insider Frank Saravalli, fantasy updates from Brock Sagan, and a daily live show at noon Eastern, Monday through Friday. You don't want to miss any of the fantastic content, so hit that subscribe button.